It was evening. The red sun was setting on the threshold, and candles were being lit inside the palace. The king sat on his golden throne. He made an announcement to the court. "My daughter's marriage will not be an ordinary one. The man who answers my 4 riddles will become her life partner." Silence fell over the court. The ministers' faces went pale. The people's eyes widened. Everyone was astonished. Some started laughing, some were filled with fear. The princess, standing behind the curtain, listened to all this. There was an unknown gleam in her eyes. That night in the king's palace was something else. Eminent scholars, court poets, and representatives of the surrounding countries of Wazir Hatta also gathered in the court. Everyone had the same question. Why has the king set riddles? The king took the hilt of his sword and said, "This throne, this wealth, this glory, all are temporary. But my daughter's fate will be decided only by wisdom and knowledge. The person who answers my 4 riddles will inherit my family." A commotion arose. The ministers exchanged glances. Someone whispered, "Has the king gone mad? Is marriage a game?" But then everyone fell silent. When the king uttered the first riddle, "What is that thing that makes everyone laugh and cry but never returns?" The court fell silent. Everyone looked at each other. The minister of education said, "Perhaps luck." The minister of treasury said, "Wealth." Another said, "Life." But the king's face wouldn't smile. He said, "It's all wrong." Amidst the commotion, suddenly a thin young man stood up. His clothes were worn. His face was plain, but there was a strange confidence in his eyes. He said in a low voice, "Your Majesty, the answer is time." The entire court fell silent. For the first time, a glint of surprise appeared in the king's eyes. "Time," he muttered. "Yes, time is that thing that never returns." The king accepted the answer to the first riddle as correct, but the remaining 3 remained. The court erupted in whispers. "Who is this ordinary boy? Where did he get the answer?" The princess looked at the young man from behind the curtain. The sparkle in her eyes grew even brighter, but a deep smile hung on the king's lips. "Time will tell whether you survive or drown in the next riddles." The next morning, the court was once again packed. The crowd was growing. Everyone was curious about what the king would ask. A buzz erupted in the court. The guards announced, "Jahanpana is coming." The king sat on his throne. He cast a sharp gaze upon the young man who had answered the question yesterday. Then, in a loud voice,